Welcome once again to another episode of the Random Access Podcast, brought to you by rapodcast.net. This is episode 862, recorded live on February 21st, 2026. And here are your hosts. The man who probably is just going to be going back to normal, Dave Pillay.
Hi.
And the man who is going to be going through a curling withdrawal. Anyway, hi.
Is curling over?
Yes.
How did we do?
No, there is one match tomorrow.
Okay, how did we do?
U.S. women got 4th, U.S. men got 5th.
Oof. Out of 10?
Yes.
Tisk. Who took the gold?
The women's gold is the one remaining match. It's going to be between Switzerland and Sweden. That one's going to be pretty good to watch.
Okay.
Canada men won the gold, and Great Britain won silver. And the bronze match women, Canada got bronze, beat out the U.S. women for that match.
And mixed singles?
Mixed singles was done earlier, like last week.
Yeah, well, but I don't know who won, Andy.
Oh, the USA got silver.
Oh, good for us.
Yes.
Okay.
And yes.
Oh, that was last week. Well, no shit, it was last week. They started it before the Olympics. But, I don't know who won. I come to you for that sort of thing. You didn't tell me last week who won.
Oh, sorry. No. Yes. Sweden won gold. They beat the Corey and Corey.
Okay.
Yes. There's Corey with a C and Corey with a K. We're our mixed doubles team.
Interesting.
Yes. Italy got bronze.
Cool. So, what's this bump gate?
Okay. So
I'm literally just joshing you. I actually sort of know this one.
Okay, what do you think this bump gate is?
So in curling,
yes,
there's a person there's a thrower, right? The person who pushes off the stone.
Yes, sure.
The stone has a handle on it that they use to control it. And as they let go of it, they can impart some spin on the stone, thus curl.
Yes.
Right? Once you let go of the handle, you are not allowed to touch the handle.
You're not allowed to touch the stone, period.
Oh, well, so that is bump gate.
Yes.
There is a certain line on the rink that after that you're not allowed to do anything, clearly. But prior to that line, certain interpretations of the rules are that you cannot touch the handle, but can still touch the rock.
Technically, once you let go of the rock, if anybody touches it after you've released it, if anybody touches it after the release, it is technically a burned stone.
And yet, certain interpretations of the rules were that if it's prior to this line, you can't touch the handle once you have released it. But that you can touch the rock. Now, I'm quite sure that in 4 years, this rule will be clarified.
Oh, this rule will be clarified probably
in a month.
Yeah.
And it will almost certainly be, you cannot touch any part of the stone, the rock, the handle, anything. But apparently some people gave it a little boop to push it in the direction they wanted it to go. And that it was inconsistently applied.
Yeah.
Is that a good summary of Bumpgate?
So.
And he's like, well, it was okay, but here's what really happened.
Yeah. So Canada was playing Sweden.
Unnecessary detail, but yes.
Well, Sweden was the former Olympic champions.
Sure.
So
also unnecessary detail to the story, but go on.
Well, Sweden was supposed to be good, but they were not.
Okay.
Let me see exactly what their final standings were for the men's tournament. Sweden finished 2-7.
Okay.
So Sweden was playing Canada. They are not doing good. So the Swedish team was getting a little testy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not doing as good as everybody thought you were supposed to be doing.
Okay.
And one of the Swedish players basically goes and starts to accuse the Canadian player of, tapping the stone. And, it was one of those like, what are you talking about? You talking to me? And then the Canadian player starts swearing at the Swedish guy, dropping F-bombs during this whole thing. And that's when, the umpires get involved, going like, okay, what is going on here? And so that's when, Sweden formally, basically said, hey, Canada is cheating.
Right.
Canada's like, no, not doing any of this. And then there was images from Swedish television showing this, and then people were like, oh, it's all just the angle of the cameras and everything else like that. But then the umpires basically
Are they called umpires?
Yes, the umpires.
I thought that was only a baseball thing.
Well, that's what they're technically called.
Okay. The umpires?
The umpires would then manually watch the line for anything like this, which that Canada didn't get called on anything at the moment, but some of the other players got tagged for alleged double touch.
Alleged double touch.
Because it's just, an umpire watching it, and Canada just got all pissed off about this.
Rightly so?
Yes. And so after putting the umpires out on the line, watching them, then the World Curling announced that the umpires would only monitor athlete deliveries at the request of the competing teams. So then once again, the players, because the players are technically supposed to basically be their own rules. The umpire is only supposed to come in when there is a disagreement on something.
So they literally leave it to the players.
Yes. The players normally are able, it's supposed to be a gentleman's sport.
Uh-huh.
So the players are actually supposed to, it's one of those things where it's like, if you touch a rock, technically you are, as the player who burned the stone by touching it, you are supposed to be like, that was my bad. And 90% of the time, that's what happens. There was one time, actually, I remember watching this. I don't remember what year it was, but I do believe it was at one of the Canadian Championships, because the hog lines, I don't know if you watched it, but the handle there would be lights next to the handle, and the lights would turn green, and that would show that the person has released the stone before the hog line.
Okay.
This is a new system. The old system had some problems, and there was one time where you could clearly see on the instant replay that he had let go before the hog line, but the stone still went red, and so it got pulled out. And one of the other skips saw the replay, and technically, the stone was out. It would have been, his advantage to go, oh, stone's out, sucks for you. But he actually saw the instant replay and said, nope, I am going to rule that you are allowed to throw that stone again. So that's the whole thing where the players are actually, able to basically control the game internally. If the two players agree, then that's what's going to happen. The umpire's only there for disagreement. So yes, there was the whole kerfuffle. The umpires came out, then they got basically pulled back due to other teams getting called for release issues. But the last thing, because Canada won the gold, right?
Okay.
And where is his quote on this? Okay, yeah. When some things went down this week and people were using some pretty outrageous words like cheating associated now with our team, I'll guarantee you that this only motivated us further. For anyone who called us cheaters, for anyone who said negative things about Mark Kennedy, about us, about Canada, about our families, I hope that the image of us standing on top of the podium, embracing one another, smiling ear to ear with our gold medals is burned into your brain forever.
Just wanna. Was anyone commenting about their families?
I don't think so.
Like, did they take son of a bitch too personally?
I'm not sure. I was like, I know there was a lot of people who were like, yeah, no, he touched the stone. He shouldn't have. It should have been called out. And, there was like, no, he didn't touch it. But then like, that's your last thing to say about that is like, oh, look at us. We still won. It's like, really? That's how you're ending this?
I guess so. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a bit of a kerfuffle during the middle of the round robin.
I guess.
But part of me thinks that it was just the fact that Sweden was kind of getting pissed at themselves for doing so badly. But then also the images were out there and it's like, who releases the stone like that? Because you could see his hand. It looks like he's literally got just like a pointer finger out. And it's just like that. It's a very odd release. I don't get it.
Well,
that's why
if you nudge it,
yep,
then you get it.
Yeah, if you nudge it, I mean, it's not going to be the best, but who knows? Normally, any sort of tap on the stone after it's released is a bad thing because you're affecting it in an unknown way. It should be better than that.
Unless you've practiced it.
Unless you've practiced it, yes.
Just want to point out that, like, maybe they did practice that.
It'd be a weird thing to practice, but...
Would it? You thought you could get away with it.
Yeah. But you're at the Olympics. There are frickin' cameras everywhere.
I mean, yeah, they also got away with it.
Yeah. Hope this is burned into your brain forever. Wow. Sore winner right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, closing ceremonies are tomorrow. Women's gold match. God, the women's, because the women's were playing to play in the gold match, and they're playing Switzerland. The Swiss skip, no joke, was shooting at a 99% for the match.
I don't know what that means. Oh, the skip is the person who throws the stone.
Yeah, the last two.
The pitcher.
The last two stones, the two important stones.
Okay.
She was because they have people who like judge just for statistics sake, kind of judge. Okay, did they do this at 100%? You know, if they're aiming for a double takeout and they only get one of them, that's technically a 50% shot because they got one out of the two.
Okay,
so there's some math there. Normally, if you're shooting in the upper 80s, you're pretty good. If you're shooting in, right around 90, 92, 93%, that's like really good. But shooting at 99% during the Olympics, that's superhuman. Part of curling is to play the matches and try and capitalize on your opponent's mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to do that when your opponent doesn't make any mistakes.
That's fair.
So the Switzerland-Sweden match tomorrow should be a pretty good one to watch. But that will be the end of the Olympics then. Four more years until...
the next Winter Olympics?
Yeah, because 28 is going to be LA.
Yep, those are the Summer Olympics.
Yeah, where are the 2030 Olympics?
Also in the U.S., I think.
Nope, France.
France! Oh, the ones near like Paris.
In the French Alps.
Yeah. Cool. Very cool. Any other good Olympian information? I hear that the Olympic Village ran out of condoms after like 3 days.
Which one? There was there was 3 or 4 Olympic villages?
I don't know. Just the Olympic Village.
The U.S. woman who won the monobob. I found the monobob. Where is the monobob?
I don't know.
The U.S. woman who won the monobob. So this is the solo bobsled.
Mm-hmm.
41.
Is 41 years old?
Yes.
I mean, good for her.
Like,
that's awesome.
I'm sitting there going like, oh my gosh.
Like, that's me.
That's me.
I could still be an Olympian if I had started training 8 years ago.
Yeah. When did she start training?
Yeah, what's her history, Andy?
She won a bronze in the 2010 Winter Olympics. She's been a bobsledder since 2007. I
got some bad news for you, Andy. I don't think you're going to be an Olympian, Andy.
No, I do not believe so. I do kind of feel good though that the U.S. men's curling team, their alternate was that the lawyer, the 54-year-old lawyer, actually got to play in a match.
That's fun.
So now because he's officially in the Olympic books, that he is now the oldest American to have ever competed in the Winter Games.
Good for him.
Yeah. I felt it was one of those things where it's like the game was out of hand and you have to play a minimum number of ends. So they're like, you know what? Let's bring him in. Bring him in for a couple ends. Get him on the ice.
Let him have fun.
Yeah. Norway brought their curling pants back for a match, so that was good.
Their what?
The curling pants.
Oh.
You don't remember when like Norway had those like crazy pattern pants?
Uh-uh.
Oh. Turns out I was still members of the Norwegian Curling Pants Facebook group.
So they all messaged you?
It was one of those things where it's all of a sudden it's like, you know, you get those Facebook group message like posts and you're just like, wait, I'm still a member of this?
This group is still active?
It wasn't very active, and then all of a sudden the pants show up again, and boom. It's like, oh yeah, this was a group, wasn't it?
This was a thing 4 years ago.
I think it was back in like 2010, I think, was the curling pants.
I could not tell you.
Yeah, Yep, Vancouver, 2010. Sponsorship deal with sportswear company Loudmouth Golf.
Okay.
So they had the crazy pants, and then they brought them back for one match.
That's cute.
Yep.
That's very cute. Cool. All right then.
So should we
Andy.
Yeah, topics?
Well, I was going to do a little more personal stuff.
Okay.
By the way, just as a heads up to people listening, that there is not going to be any RA podcast in June.
The whole month.
I'm on sabbatical. Yay! I get to take my sabbatical.
Yay!
Finally. I earned my next one in September.
Do you have to take one before you can earn a second one?
No, it's kind of worse than that, is that if you don't take it, you still earn the new one, but you lose the old one.
Oh, so yes, use it or lose it, definitely use it.
Yeah, it's a use it or lose it 4-week vacation.
No, I would definitely.
I mean, look, I was going to take the sabbatical no matter what. The question is what I was going to do with it. The answer is, did you know that Pokemon Go Fest is in Copenhagen this year?
Ooh, nice.
Did you know that it's in June?
Oh, there you go.
Did you know that it's a week after the one in Chicago?
Are you going to go to the one in Chicago and then go to the one in Copenhagen?
I'm going to go to the one in Chicago, and then I'm going to get on a plane, and then I'm going to fly to Copenhagen, and then I'm going to wait there for a couple days, and then I'm going to go to GoFest. In my defense, I did not know that GoFest was in Copenhagen until after I had decided to go to the Netherlands. Now, the Netherlands is not Copenhagen.
No, but
they are really close to each other.
Yes, I do believe my brothers or my sister could easily tell you how easily it is to travel amongst the European countries.
Yep. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try and plan it out tomorrow. But I'm gonna fly from Chicago to Copenhagen, and then do stuff in the city and hang out there and hope that enough people speak English that I can get by. And then from there, we'll go down to the Netherlands, where I know they speak enough English that I can get by, because holy shit, they speak 4 languages there. Everyone speaks multiple languages. It is insane. And then I will fly back to O'Hare and then to Madison.
I was going to say, while you're in Chicago, the Field Museum's going to have their Pokemon fossil thing.
In early June?
Yeah, I think it starts May something.
So it's there for GoFest.
Which, oof.
Is what I'm hearing you say.
Hey, how about you go to this other Pokemon thing while you're in town for a Pokemon thing where how many people are going to be in town for a Pokemon thing?
Probably tens of thousands.
All right, now I gotta. When is the Pokemon Go Fest 2026 in Chicago?
It's June 5th, I believe.
5th through the 7th. Okay, because I was also planning on going to Chicago in June.
You should go to Pokemon Go in June 5th, and we'll hang out with you guys.
No.
You don't want to take your kids to Pokemon Go Fest and the Pokemon Go exhibit at the Field Museum?
Well, we'll plan on going to the Field Museum, just not.
Honestly, go during Go Fest. Most of the people probably won't be at the field.
Oh, there it is. In park, 40,000 attendees, they're estimating.
Yeah. Do I need to buy tickets?
Oh, Chicago event will utilize an open footprint format in Grant Park with daily capacity capped at 40,000.
So there will only be 40,000
Yes, there will only be 40,000 people there.
Do I need tickets? I thought I could just go. I think there's a ticket that you have to buy. Go Fest tickets. Tickets usually go on sale mid-March. It's also the 10-year anniversary of Pokemon Go.
Well, it's also the 30th anniversary of Pokemon.
Yep.
Which, are you going to get the Pokemon games for your Switch or no?
The Pokemon games for my Switch. You will have to be significantly more specific than that.
I'm not sure if it was officially announced. Was it announced? Yes. It was announced 2 days ago. I didn't put this on the topic list. But Pokemon Fire Red version and Pokemon Leaf Green version are coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, nah, whatever.
Okay.
I do not need to play Fire Red and Leaf Green. I'm okay. I played those a long time ago.
Well, they're now available on the Switch beginning on Friday after the conclusion of the Pokemon Presents.
Good for them. I'm sure they will be very happy with that. I'm sure a lot of people will be very happy with that and spend a lot of money.
$20.
Yeah?
$20 to get the Fire Red version. I still need to finish up Pokemon Yellow.
You do. I told you what your next step is.
Oh, I know. I just got to actually get back into it.
You're like, I'm so lost. I don't know what to do. They opened up the world, and now I don't know where to go.
It was
I didn't think to talk to this guy twice.
It was just the fact that you went from a pretty linear path.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, it's just like, kapow! You could go here, but well, that's not the actual way to go. How about going over here? Oh, nope, there's a Snorlax blocking your way.
Yeah.
Okay, how about going, oh, nope, that guy needs a lemonade.
It sounds like it's still pretty linear, Andy.
But it just felt annoying that it's like, okay, I'm going all this direction, and nope, this was not the direction to go. Now I got to go backtrack multiple cities and then take this other path. Oh, that path is blocked too because the guy needs a lemonade. A lemonade.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sitting there going like, who the hell sells a lemonade in this Pokemon world?
The store?
Yes. There is one store that sells a lemonade. Like, nobody wants a drink around here? Really?
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, it felt like such a annoying thing.
Just feeling a little sore.
Well, I was also kind of annoyed also because the Field Museum used to be part of the ATSC reciprocal. Is it ATSC or ASTC? The Association of Science and Technology Centers. Last year, they were part of the reciprocal program, so I wouldn't have to pay for tickets to the Field Museum. But I actually just looked at the list this year.
And they are no longer on the list.
They are no longer on the list.
Okay. And that makes you sad? Salty?
Salty a little bit, because it's like, okay, they probably got off the list right when they're going to be, bringing Pokemon in.
Sure. I don't know how this connects to Pokemon Yellow.
No, I'm just salty for other things.
Okay.
It's general.
We were
saltiness.
talking about Pokemon Yellow, and you were talking about like that it was, this open world all of a sudden, and that you were really kind of like ticked to that, and then all of a sudden like, and the Field Museum. And I was just a little confused is all. Just a little.
Yeah.
Kind of confused. Just taken aback a bit because there was a little sudden shift there.
That was just general saltiness.
Okay.
But yes, we're going to be in the same city just like, a week or two apart.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, let me know if you want to try and coordinate. Sounds like no. Sounds like you're going to be there later.
Well, because I get the 19th off.
Ah.
And the 19th this year is a Friday, if I remember correctly. Yes. So I already have the 19th off, so I'll actually get the 18th off as well. So the 18th will be my holiday. I'll have the 19th off already. So then that's already 2 days off that I don't have to, take extra PTO for.
Right.
So that's kind of the plan on that one. Just tacking on to the already 4-day weekend that I'm going to get. But anyway, video game news.
Video game?
Yes.
Vidya games?
Yes.
I like Vidya games.
So remember I talked about that Pixel Flow game It was a
Vaguely.
random review a couple of episodes ago.
Sure.
Episode 854.
Okay.
Talked about, the game, and it was interesting and that sort of stuff there. Well, Scopely acquires major stake in Pixel Flow developer.
Oh, no.
And I read that and I'm just like, oh.
Damn.
Well, that was fun while it lasted.
Yep. Sorry. Damn it, Scopely. Stop buying things.
I was all excited, and then no.
Nope.
They actually, I opened it up today, and it was just like, oh, there's a new like game mode in there, and I'm just like, oh, great. I see what they're doing. It's now one of those things where it's like, oh, if you win, 7 times in a row, you're competing, quote unquote, against other players. You're not actually competing against other players. They're just trying to make it seem like you're competing against other players. But I'm like,
confused.
oh, I remember this from some of the other games.
I'm confused.
There's always been games where it's like you're technically okay. You're getting 100 competitors, and you're all going to play the next 7 levels. And if you beat the next 7 levels, without dying, you'll get to split the prize with the other players.
Okay.
It's kind of ridiculous that every time I have beaten, quote unquote, the other players, I have gotten the same exact amount. Every single time. It's like, yeah, I don't think there are 100 people playing this game right now as we speak.
Nope.
On my, one specific level. So yeah, it's one of those things just to try and keep you playing and or spending money so you don't break the streak. But well, let's see, other video game news. Phil Spencer is retiring.
Really?
Yes. Phil Spencer, the same Phil Spencer who has been with Xbox since I don't even know when, started out in software management before moving over to the company's game division following the launch of Xbox in 2001.
Been with them for a long time.
He was named head of Xbox in 2014 after the previous division head left following the catastrophic launch of the Xbox. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. I mean, we made fun of that.
Yep. So Phil Spencer is retiring.
That's a little concerning because Phil Spencer has been the person who's been pushing the, screw exclusivity, put Xbox games on everything. I hope he gets to pick his successor.
Well, that's the thing, because...
Andy.
What?
Don't do this to me, Andy.
Well, Xbox president Sarah Bond, who had basically been regarded as Spencer's heir apparent, was not named for the CEO position. And basically, she has resigned from her role.
Oh, I bet. She's pissed.
Yeah.
Okay.
The new Xbox CEO will be Asha Sharma, who joined Microsoft in 2024 as the president of its Core AI product.
Oh, but why?
I don't know.
That's not good.
Yeah. I was like, Core AI, really? Oh, really?
Apparently. But why?
Okay, so before joining Microsoft for the Core AI, she was a VP at Meta, COO of Instacart, and she's also currently a board member of Home Depot.
This does not feel like someone who has gaming in their best interest, or rather doesn't have gamers in their best interest.
Yeah.
Do you feel similar? I think I feel that way. I could be wrong, and I'm happy to be mistaken.
Well, it looks like she already did an interview with Variety. And okay, so her top priorities for Microsoft Gaming says she's looking for great games, the return of Xbox, and the future of play.
That return of Xbox part makes me nervous.
She tells Variety it's all about games with deep emotional relevance.
Deep emotional... Resonance,
yes. Not renaissance, resonance. God, sometimes I feel like I'm dyslexic. Might be. Who knows?
I mean, there are tests for that.
I know.
You could find out.
She wants to develop stories that make players feel something, like the kind of feelings Firewatch elected in her.
Okay.
So
I mean, she played Firewatch.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a positive sign.
yep.
I still need to play Firewatch. But, like...
Okay, so she
don't know,
does
man.
point
That's-
out that
that's-
she's like, yes, I have a background in AI, but she says I have no tolerance for bad AI. AI has long been part of gaming and will continue to be so, but gaming needs great stories that are created by humans.
What is bad AI in this case?
I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah, me either. Oh, boy. Just that's all I got is a who boy.
Yeah, which that whole thing about, bringing back the Xbox, that was, Phil was just like, everybody needs, play games where the people are.
Right. And, like, we don't care.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to make games. We're going to make an Xbox, but, like, we're going to focus on make games, make them good. People will play them.
But it's going to be interesting to see how fast she can hit the ground running. Because, I mean, we think about it. Reggie at Nintendo, his job before Nintendo was Pepsi.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yet, that seems to have worked out okay for Nintendo.
It worked out for Reggie.
It worked out for Reggie.
Reggie did fight with Nintendo a lot. But, like, that was... To your point, that was beneficial to gamers.
Yes.
Reggie fought with Nintendo a lot because he knew what was right for gamers, and we should be thankful for that. And maybe this person will do the same. I'm hesitant, but I mean that's a hell of a background. That said, maybe it's another Tom, what's his name? FCC chair.
Oh, Tom Wheeler.
Yeah. Maybe we have a Tom Wheeler moment. I don't know. You don't know.
No, we'll just have to sit back and watch. But also, speaking of Nintendo, Nintendo has issued another batch of DMCA takedown notices for several emulators who were using GitHub.
Okay. Emulators using GitHub how?
As
like just
repository.
Repository?
Yeah.
Nintendo is making the claim that what?
Okay, so the letter that they had gotten from GitHub was, GitHub Trust and Safety is contacting you because we received a DMCA takedown notice regarding the following content. You can see the DMCA takedown notice that we received here, which includes the complaints requested changes to your repository. Okay, if you choose to make the changes in response to this takedown notice, you'll have 1 business day to make the requested changes. Once you've made the changes, please reply to this message and let us know. If you have not made your changes within the next 1 business day, we'll need to disable the entire repository. If you need to remove specific content from your repository, simply making the repository private or deleting it via commit won't resolve the alleged infringement.
Yeah.
You must follow these instructions to remove the content from your repository's history.
Because Nintendo wants it gone.
Yes.
Not just like not in the current commit, but gone.
Yes.
Because that's how GitHub works.
So Citron, Eden, Kenji NX, Melon NX, Pine, Pomelo, Ryu Bing, Ryu Jinx, Skyline, Saduchi, Sumi, Suyu, and Yuzu. Yuzu, yes.
Okay. Which are all basically clones of each other.
Yes. It's a lot of people are like, yeah, most of them are forks.
Yep.
So, yeah, the Eden developer basically was just like, yeah, this is why we don't really host the source on GitHub.
Yep. Oh, Nintendo. Why would you do such?
Because having an emulator is not illegal, right?
Correct. Although it does depend a bit on how they designed the emulator. Like, how did they build the emulator? Nintendo could conceivably be like, that's our protected code that you wrote.
Okay. There's
ways to do that.
This is going to be entirely off topic a bit, but have you ever...
Entirely off topic a bit.
A bit.
I love that expression, Andy.
Yeah.
A bit. It is entirely off topic.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the name of Jerry Lawson?
Jerry Lawson.
Yes.
I don't think I've heard the name Jerry Lawson.
He worked for Fairchild back in the 1970s. when Fairchild was developing the Fairchild Channel F console.
Okay.
Which was the first console with a video game cartridge.
Okay.
So he's technically, he was the one who designed the first video game cartridge.
Cool.
Yeah. So Isaac is doing a presentation on him for Black History Month.
Fun.
Yeah. I never heard about this guy until Isaac came in and he's like, I need to find somebody. I'm like, well, what are you interested in? He's like, Roblox. And I'm like, well, there's Minecraft. I'm like, well, I don't think there's very many African-American people who work for a Swedish video game company.
What? No, come on.
African-American working for the Aryan race.
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah. But I stumbled upon him. So yeah, he was the one who first was able to get a commercial video game cartridge. But then, Fairchild got basically blown out by the 2600 when it came out.
Right.
But he, it turns out he was also in the Homebrew Computer Club with Steve and Steve.
Okay.
So that was also a kind of a...
The Jobs.
Well, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. So yeah.
The Steves.
Steves.
Is what I meant, not the Jobs. The Steves.
Yeah.
Steve and Steve. Yes.
But I guess when some people left Atari to start I think it was in television.
Sounds right.
Intellivision started making video game cartridges for the 2600. And Atari sued them saying that you guys used proprietary, knowledge for this. This was, you stole our intellectual property in order to make these video game cartridges.
Because Atari had never, ever done that.
Yeah.
No, sir. Never.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they called up Lawson and said, hey, can you be our expert witness on this?
I vaguely remember reading about this. In one of the books that I read about video game history, I vaguely remember about this.
Where Lawson went and basically got a 2600 and was able to reverse engineer it enough to make his own video game cartridge.
Right.
Without using any insider knowledge.
Yep.
Then he went went to the courtroom and basically laid it all out saying like, look, I'm an independent guy. I have no prior knowledge. I was still able to do this.
Yeah.
And then after he did it, he basically just wrote out a white paper on how to do it and then just published it. So then anybody who read the white paper
could do it.
Could basically create their own video games for the 2600.
Yep.
Which may or may not have led to the downfall of the 2600.
And Atari in general.
And Atari and, the whole video game crash.
Yep.
So.
Just possibly. Little oops.
Yeah.
See, I'm just thinking of when Atari, after this, maybe they learned from this. Because Nintendo had the Nintendo seal of approval, and your games wouldn't work on Nintendo without Nintendo's a chip from Nintendo.
Yes, there were
and Atari figured out how to get around that.
No, there was very few unofficial NES cartridges. I think it was one Bible Adventure. I think we talked about this a long time ago.
the Noah's Adventure or whatever.
Yeah,
that one was I think for the Super Nintendo, and
that was for the regular NES. Because
they made a Super one.
Oh, they made a Super one.
Yeah, and do you know how they got past the chip protection?
No.
You had to plug a different game into it.
Oh, geez.
And it passed through the check. So the system would check the cartridge. The Bible Adventure would take that check and pass it through to the game, the legitimate game, which would then respond with, this is the thing that you need. And so then the system allowed everything else to happen. And it just intercepted all the other calls.
Oh my goodness.
Which is honestly brilliant.
Yeah.
But also I'm not sure how they figured that out without reverse engineering some stuff.
Yeah. So yes, that was completely aside, but still I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean, that's a cool topic for Black History Month.
Yeah. It was one of those things. It was I didn't even know that was, it's one of those things I didn't know.
Yep.
Until I did some random Googling.
Who was the guy who reverse engineered IBM BIOS? It was called the clean room, right? Yeah, the clean room design. Phoenix Technology. That's right. This was a fantastic one. I think we were too young for you to remember this, but like essentially a separate company wanted to make BIOS for IBM PCs. And one of their engineers, not quite understanding the legality of it, read the BIOS documents from IBM. And so like he could no longer build the system because he had seen IBM's code. And so IBM could claim that, nope, you're just copying our code. You can't do that. It's protected, etc. But their lawyer was brilliant and said, okay, you've seen the code. You are no longer allowed to talk to anyone at this company. We are putting a wall between you and the other engineers, but you are going to write a document that does not include any code, effectively just contains the like call and response. Like, if you get this, you should respond with this. And then we're going to give that to the engineers. The engineers will have not seen any code. IBM can make no claims that they've seen the code, but we will give them that specification, and they will write the BIOS. And it worked. And thus was the end of IBM from the IBM PC. Sorry, went way off topic there.
We have gone way off topic on the random access
way
podcast.
Off topic.
Yeah.
We went off topic on the off topic.
Well, to finally hit the last of the three big video game developers, let's talk about Sony.
We talked about Sony. We talked about Microsoft.
No, we talked about Nintendo, and then we talked about Microsoft. We're talking about Sony.
Now we get to talk about how did Sony screw up this week?
Well, people familiar and talking, on background with Bloomberg says that Sony is probably going to push back the release of the next PlayStation, the PS6, to 2028 or even 2029.
How old is the PS5? It's not that old, is it? Oh God, it might be. PS5 came out in 2020?
2020, yep. Yeah, because that was during COVID. And so the parts shortage, basically it was sold out for...
Yeah. I mean, so it sounds like, according to this, they had been planning on releasing it sooner than 2028?
Yes.
So call it, I mean, I guess they could have announced it E3 this year, which would have pushed it to fall, like Q3 of this year. That's only a 6-year cycle on a console. That doesn't feel like very long.
There's got to be a console cycle list.
I mean, the PlayStation 2, I think, had like an 11-year cycle. Here we go. NES was sold for 7 years. SNES, the 64, the GameCube, the Wii were all for 5 to 6 years. The Sony PS2, it was only 6 years, 8 months.
The 360 was 10 years. So was the PS3 and the Wii.
Depends on how you're measuring it.
Oh, that I'm just looking at from introduced in Japan in 2005 for the 360 and discontinued in 2016.
Sure, but think of it. I like this cycle better. It's until the successor was released.
Ah, okay.
The Xbox One was released before they ended production of the 360.
Yeah, both the PS4 and the Xbox One came out in 2013.
Correct.
Okay.
So the 360 had the longest run without a successor. The 360 had an 8-year run.
Because the Kinect had just come out too, and they were trying to push it with that.
Yep.
And Sony came out with the PlayStation Move.
As a response to the Kinect.
Yep.
Which was in turn a response to the Wii.
Yep.
Which came out in 2006. I still haven't forgiven Microsoft for calling it Xbox 360. That was 21 years ago, and I'm still pissed. I was 19, and I'm still salty. They got there eventually with Office. Okay, so 8 years is a long cycle between a console and its successor.
Yeah, the PS4 was 6 years.
Yeah, although if you include the Pro version in that, the cycles get cut down a lot. Yeah,
but yeah,
damn. All right, so
yeah, the
9 years.
Yeah,
but because of AI.
Yes.
Because the memory shortage, because there are no chips to make the consoles.
So yes, when the PS5 was released, there was a global pandemic causing part shortages.
Yeah. And you remember the hard drive shortage?
Oh, yeah.
This is worse than that hard drive shortage.
According to Sony's most recent financial report, there were 8 million consoles shipped during the holiday period, which was a 15.7 decrease in sales compared to the 9.5 million in the holiday period of 2024.
So they're complaining because sales are down because why?
The structural imbalance between supply and demand is not simply a short-term fluctuation. This is the most significant disconnect between demand and supply in terms of magnitude as well as time horizon that we've experienced in my 25 years in the industry.
I mean, of this industry, yes, I can agree with that. I think some might argue that there are other supply and demand imbalances that go well beyond this.
Yes. But yes, for video game hardware, this is
housing.
This is getting a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, so I can pivot into some AI news.
Okay.
So, do you remember when AWS went down for about 13 hours back in December?
Yes.
Taking out a whole bunch of stuff?
Yes, including some of our stuff.
The post-mortem says that after engineers allowed its Kiro AI coding tool to make certain changes, the people said the tool, which can take autonomous actions on behalf of users, determined that the best course of action was to delete and recreate the environment.
Yep. Yep. Now just think about that with AI with us.
Yeah.
Solve cancer. Okay.
Well, if nobody's alive, nobody can die.
No more humans, there's no more cancer. That seems pretty easy to me.
Wait a second. Didn't we watch a movie about this?
Solve the hunger problem. Okay. Fewer mouths to feed. Man, that hunger goes away. Without ending human life, figure out how to solve the housing shortage. Well, if people don't need houses, then there's no shortage. So let's just increase global warming so people can hang out outside.
Oh, multiple Amazon employees said that this was the second occasion in recent months in which one of the group's AI tools has been at the center of a service disruption.
Yeah. And here I'm trying to give my Claude Code access to send emails on my behalf.
Now, Amazon says that in both instances, this was user error, not AI error. Because the same issue could occur with any developer tool or manual action.
Sure. Yeah. But just because I can push bad code to production doesn't mean we shouldn't take a critical look at the AI when it does that.
Yeah. By default, its Kiro tool requests authorization before taking any action, but they said the engineer involved in the December incident had broader permissions than expected, a user access control issue, not an AI autonomy issue.
Sounds like an RCA needs to really dig deeper.
The company has set a target of 80% of developers to use AI for coding tasks at least once a week.
Yeah.
And was tracking the adoption rate.
Sounds right. I mean, we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know about the 80%, but we're definitely tracking who's using the tools. I had to request an increase in my token allotment. I had run out. I used AI too much.
Well, Pinterest is saying that people are Pinterest was trying to use AI more often, but now all the Pinterest users are saying that all of the AI stuff on the site is destroying it.
You mean all the AI slop?
The AI Pinterest pins?
Yep.
Also the fact that the moderation is now run by an AI.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm sure that a ton of the stuff on Pinterest is now just AI generated.
Yes. Somebody complains that her hand-drawn images, which were actually posted from 10 to 13 years ago,
were flagged as AI.
Was being flagged as AI, even though it had been up on the site for 13 years.
Yep. It is bad, man. It's bad. It is bad.
And Goldman Sachs is now launching a new index.
Mm-hmm.
They're calling it SPXX AI, which is the S&P 500 benchmark index minus all things AI.
So no OpenAI. NVIDIA?
Nope.
No NVIDIA?
Nope.
I mean, NVIDIA is not just AI. Microsoft?
It's
Oracle?
basically 40% of the actual S&P 500.
It sounds like it's just the non-tech S&P 500.
Yes.
Like, that's the same thing at this point. Saying without AI is just saying without the tech industry.
Taking all of the AI leaves... AI companies make up 45% of the S&P 500 index.
Uh-huh.
Which they're currently saying over the last 3 years, the S&P 500 is up 76%. This XAI index is only up 32% over the same time period. So it's one of those things where it's kind of hard to hedge against AI while it's still going up 76%.
Yeah.
But...
Jesus. I'm amused at their, like, what if we looked at this without the majority of it?
Yeah. Well, it's still a majority of the S&P 500. You're still at 55%.
Okay. Barely a majority. Not even enough to break a filibuster majority.
Nope. I love how they're also referring it to old economy stocks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because that inspires confidence. Calling it the old economy. Nothing says out of touch like old economy.
OpenAI is looking at making their own smart speaker with a built-in camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a $300 item that will be able to identify objects, users, and surroundings. We'll have to see.
Yeah, not. Did you see the thing I sent you about Discord?
Yes, what's going on with Discord?
Okay, well, so there's two parts to this. One, Discord is going, Discord's looking for an IPO.
Oh, of course they are.
And Peter Thiel is, like, kind of interested, but, like, has some demands, et cetera, et cetera. That's kind of all behind the scenes shady stuff. Ostensibly, to protect its users, Discord wants to add age verification.
Well, Roblox is doing that now, too.
With government IDs.
Oh, I don't think that's how Roblox is doing it.
So, like, you show Discord your driver's license.
Oh.
And they store that.
Oh, no, Roblox. Roblox need a government-issued photo ID and a mobile device with a camera to scan the document and take a selfie.
Yeah, Discord's looking for the same thing. People are a little pissed, but the one I sent you was the guy saying, like, yeah, okay, you can be pissed, but, like, you don't have privacy anymore. And I'm reminded of my friend who pointed out that privacy is a 20th century concept.
No, it's not wrong.
There are 5 microphones that can pick up my voice right now. One of them doesn't run any software. It's literally just the microphone. One of them has potentially, so I don't think it's got software, but like it could, which is my webcam plugged in through a USB. Two of them are Alexas, which are running whatever the code they want to run. And one is my phone, which is running 1,000 different pieces of code. So people are worried about Discord and about privacy, and it's just kind of like, yeah, but also you don't have that privacy. There are now systems that track where you drive that are always on.
Well, it's even things like I was talking with somebody at one of the broadcasting conferences. Some of the digital billboards will ping your phone so they could tell it, because the digital billboards scroll through multiple images, right?
Uh-huh.
So it would ping your phone and basically be able to tell from your phone's ID
which image you saw?
Yeah, which image you saw on the billboard.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Oh, I don't like that.
And then they can also take that data and see how long, because they have multiple, billboards on the road, they can kind of map out how long you've been on the road when whole bunch of stuff. And I was just like, it's stuff that they can do just internally on their own. It's just like, oh my gosh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, now I got to look into this privacy policy. Granted, Isaac is under 13, so it's going to be a while before I have to really deal with that. But, all right, anything else on the list? The Artemis 2 wet dress rehearsal, part 2, went okay, no leaks.
Yay!
So,
finally.
Current estimate for launch is March 6th now.
Cool.
March 6th. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, or 11th. So they got a window there. If they don't hit those 5 days, then they got to wait until April. But they changed the seals. There weren't any leaks, which is good.
It's rather important, actually.
Yes.
The FCC is trying to do more ridiculous propaganda in the guise of patriotism.
Yes, because it is the America's 250th anniversary this year.
Yeah, it feels like an excuse.
Yes. No, that's what a lot of people are saying. It's like, it didn't seem like it until, well, he specifically said at one point that their broadcasters can meet their public interest obligations by taking this pledge. The public interest obligations is what Carr was using as a hammer to try and kick out Jimmy Kimmel. That was stated a lot of times during his interview, was that, Jimmy Kimmel's, talking about Charlie Kirk was not part of the public interest mandate that stations need to, serve their local communities.
Right.
And now he's saying that for this, patriotism thing, which there's also the whole thing with Colbert and the fair time rule.
Which is talk shows are absolutely 100% exempt from that.
Which, yes, that's true. My biggest pet peeve with that is, okay, so Brendan Carr announces this whole, he puts out this letter saying that, we're going to start looking at this fair time rule.
Sure.
And people came back, okay, if you're going to look at this fair time rule, how about you look at this fair time rule for all of the talk shows on AM radio?
Mm-hmm.
Let me find what he said. See if I can find it. The equal time rule.
Why would I look at that?
I can't see where he said it, but he said radio is not a problem. Yeah. Oh, yes. Asked whether similar guidance would apply to radio, Carr said it wasn't part of the agency's calculations because there wasn't the same need. There wasn't a relevant precedent that we saw that was being misconstrued on the radio side.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, no, that's...
I never thought I'd long for the days of Ajit Pai.
Yeah.
Let alone George Bush.
It's one of those things where it's like, okay, if you're going to use this as a hammer, you need to be equal.
Yeah. If you want equal time, you need equal time. It's like, no.
Yeah, no, there's no reason for us to worry about the radio side of things.
It's been the marching orders of the Republican Party for a couple years now is the rules for thee, not for me.
Yep.
This is just more of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in no way surprised.
Yep, none whatsoever. All right. We should hit the randoms. I believe it is my review. Yes, it is your review.
Andy, I'm not a huge binge watcher.
No,
right?
You are not.
I don't tend to just sit down and be like, all right, next. I have watched all of Silicon Valley in 2 days. Well, all of season 1 in 2 days. I've seen clips of Silicon Valley and have thought like, man, that looks like a really funny show. And finally, I went and I watched Silicon Valley. It is so good, Andy. It's so good. It is. When I talked to Laura about it, I said it's what Big Bang Theory wanted to be. And then I said, no, that's not true. Big Bang Theory is exactly what Big Bang Theory wanted to be, which is nerdsploitation. It's making fun of nerds. It's pointing at nerds and being like, ah, ha, ha, look at that nerdy thing he said. This is what nerds wanted Big Bang Theory to be like. The jokes are not that they're programmers, but they are programmer jokes. They are situations that are funny to programmers, to nerds. And it is amazing to anyone who has been a part of the industry or near the industry or is even aware of the industry and the types of people who are in said industry. You are one of those people who knows people in that industry and knows various types of people like those in the industry. It's so good. I really enjoyed season 1. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the show. It is so funny.
This has been my thing where it's like, I knew Silicon Valley was a big hit.
Yeah.
And, it's one of those things where it's like, is it still standing up? Because this was released. This was released like 12 years ago. Yeah, 12 years ago.
It's still funny.
Okay.
It still stands. It's still funny. And is actually like still pretty accurate. Highly recommend this. I am just so taken with this thing. I don't know what else to say about it other than like the scene the clip that got me to like really be like, okay, I'm gonna watch this was this. It's at the end of the season. It's the last episode of the first season, but it has like very little to do with the actual story. It's a setup where like it's a thing where the main character hears a thing that sparks a thought and he goes off and saves the day, whatever. That's actually happening in the background of the scene. The primary part of the scene is it's a bunch of nerds who are worn down, worn out, dead tired, mentally exhausted.
Oh,
they're in
is this the stroking?
Yep,
Yes.
it's the tip-to-tip scene.
I watched this and I was like,
it's the most realistic portrayal of a bunch of nerds in a room that I have ever seen.
Because, they're supposed to come up with something, but they can't. And then one of them comes up, makes just a joke about it. And then
he's like, we're going to do this if I have to go into the room and jack off every guy in there.
And somebody's like, well, that's not going to work.
That would take too long. We don't have enough time. And then they're like, well, but wait a minute.
Let's do the math on this.
It's the most realistic example of how programmers think in television I've ever seen. And man, I'm here for it. That was the scene that got me to be like, fine, I'm watching this. Like what this is so good.
Yep. No, I remember seeing that same exact clip. So yes.
Yeah. So I'm watching Silicon Valley. I am loving it. I highly encourage people to watch it.
All right. Well, I'll add it to our list. It's quite a big list right now, though.
Yep. I feel you on that one, Andy.
Yeah. All right. Time for the random topic. Rolled ahead of time.
Oh, dear.
Inspired by the Boxcar Children, Andy and Kate have run off with their family from Kalamazoo to join the circus with their act, The Wonderful World of Pogs. Okay, I remember that I have read some Boxcar Children books, but if you ask me anything about the Boxcar Children,
I don't remember them running to join the circus.
I thought the boxcar was like just in their backyard. Oh, no.
Was it?
Or orphans who
they go find a car on the tracks. Like they live on the train tracks. I don't remember anything about the circus. Also, like, what sort of hallucinogens are?
Oh, no, here we go. I was right. They find an abandoned boxcar in the forest.
Okay.
Then later, they meet their paternal grandfather, who is wealthy and kind. The children decide to live with him, who moves the boxcar to his backyard so the children can use it as a playhouse.
Interesting.
I told you I remembered it.
Apparently, more than I did. Still no circus, though.
No.
So I'm not sure where that's coming from.
If I remember correctly, like, they just, like, they go on adventures, like, but the boxcars is in the woods, so the boxcar doesn't go anywhere.
Yep.
So, you know...
And they certainly don't join the circus.
No. Like, what else would you do for the Wonderful World of Pogs? Like, Pogs are just the discs, right?
Well, it's the game.
Well, yeah, it's milk caps, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's some story about it being milk caps, and people started just, like, stealing them? I don't know. I got nothing on this one, other than, like, Aaron, lay off the shrooms, buddy.
Oh, the term Pog came from a brand of juice made with passion fruit, orange, and guava.
Ah.
That's why it's Pog.
Because it was the caps of that brand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I don't have anything else, man. I'm empty.
I don't think I've actually... I think we tried to play Pogs one time, but, you know, trying to flip the caps just didn't really flip them.
Well, you needed a smasher.
Well, yeah, no, I tried to, like, hit the things, but it would just...
You gotta hit it hard enough to bounce it up.
Yeah, I hit the thing and the whole stack would just tip over, and I'm like, well, that's not very exciting.
We'll get good.
Yes, get good at the 1990s fad of Pogs.
Pogs. Yep.
I mean, for goodness sakes, I do curling and I do Rubik's Cubes.
You're 90s enough.
I've already got enough obscure hobbies as it is. I don't need to add Pogs to that pile.
Okay.
So on that note, that's a wrap. This has been another episode of the Random Access Podcast. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, corrections, suggestions, remarks, reviews, rebukes, retorts, or just rants, feel free to contact us. You can find us on Twitter at RAPodcast, or send us an email at mail@rapodcast.net. Thank you for listening.